it looks like someone is about to get a demotion. If I had, you know, musical instruments, I would do that. But thing is, Urie, he literally bit off more than he could chew. Like, he got fucked up. Like, oh my god. So, whoa. Urie. He might be going 99. He might be going 99 next week. Like, oh my god. Just, did you see what happened to him? Like, he got... Okay, so... It sucks that we had to wait an entire week. Thanks to Golden Week, Tokyo Ghoul was on break last week. But thank God, thank Ashita, that this chapter came out earlier than it usually does. This is Friday. Usually, the chapters come out on Saturday, Sunday. So it's really cool getting to see this chapter on a Friday. And the wait is going to kill me, because we have two big cliffhangers, actually 3 big cliffhangers with this chapter. And oh my god, that ending alone, I see every so often, I see some Chibits in the comments say, like, nah, there's no way Heise, you know, Sasaki is Kaneki. I've seen some Chibits still say that now and again in the comments, say, like, they don't believe that Sasaki is Kaneki, and the end of the chapter. It's pretty much confirmed. Like, I mean, it was already confirmed, but that right there, in of itself, the mask, the hair, the face, the way it was done, it's fucking obvious. Just, yeah, Kaneki. So, Remembrance Day. Remember, November 11th, Remembrance Day. It was stated before this battle even began on the auction. Remember, I talked about it in my chapter reviews a while back. And here we go. Kaneki is coming back. It's very obvious, but he's coming back. I'm hyped up because our boy is about to be back. And as we all know, not just me, but we all know, when Kaneki gets into that state, especially if he gets Centipede back, Centipede comes back, which he's probably going to need him, it's going to be scary, because that's going to be quite the battle. That's going to be a very, very great battle. But more things that are interesting about this chapter is some of the dialogue that Pineapple said in this chapter. He states that, like, he's always been number 2. Like, there's a big difference between 100% and 99 on, like, scores and stuff. And, like, there's a big difference between 1st and 2nd place. And you see in the panels that Ashita did, you see Akira. And you can instantly see his resentment and how he felt about Akira, you know, being higher than him in status, always being, like, the excellent student, always having 100 marks on her test and different things that she's accomplished through life, and he's, like, a 99%. And you can see how he still has envy towards her. And so, yeah, he slightly still remembers who Akira is, or was, if he even remembers her completely, but he still remembers somewhat from what we can see, and he still resents her. That's gonna be bad. That's gonna be fucking bad. That's gonna be bad. That's very bad. Because how Pineapple is right now, or Sato, how he is in this state right now, and he now, we got some form of confirmation that he knows who Akira is, or slightly remembers her, and he has still this grudge towards her. Oh no, oh god. That's gonna be bad. That's gonna be very bad. We all know it is. But the thing is, okay, when it comes to this chapter of Tokyo Ghoul, the wait is going to kill me, because it's not just the Kaneki part, where Kaneki is there at the end of the chapter. We finally get to see an image of Kaneki, finally, in Tokyo Ghoul, finally, we get to see him in the flesh, or in the mind hallucination. We kind of get to see him. This is like the first time, and I'm glad to see my boy back. I'm very hyped to see him, but I'm also wanting to know what's going to happen to promotion boy Urie, because I wonder where Ashita's going to take that, because Urie is a character, even though I told you all my faults. I can't fucking stand that asshole. I can't stand him. I did not expect that. Like, you'd think a character like Urie wouldn't die, because usually when it comes to writing and manga, anime, movies, whatever, usually a character that's straight up intended to be an asshole, and you're supposed to hate, usually doesn't die first. It probably gets other people killed. So to see how he's getting his head, like, by Big Madam, oh god, oh god. So, is Ashita really gonna kill off Urie? Because if Ashita does that, I won't be, so to say, sad. because Urie asked for it after what he's trying to do and what he's been doing. It's just because Urie, I didn't think he would die so soon. So soon if he does die. And now it's not completely confirmed because you don't see, you know, chomping down. You just see Big Madam gobbling down fucking Urie, and his entire, like, upper half is in her mouth. And I'm like, what the hell? It's like, oh my god. So he's not officially dead, but I wonder, is Ishida going to take that one step further? Is he gonna, you know. And then you also have it to where our Chimera Ghoul, our Chimera Kagane Ghoul, Nuts, or Nutcracker, she can detach her Kagane and can extend it and retract it constantly. And she puts up these booby-trapped Kaganes all around. Interesting abilities we've been seeing in this arc. Very interesting detachments of Kagane and how they're still being able to be used. And she's a Chimera at that. It's very interesting and fascinating, because that's something we don't see at all in the original Tokyo Ghoul. We haven't seen much of this type of stuff, and to see it now, it definitely changes the ground when it comes to the fighting. Like, you know, the playing area when it comes to fights, because if ghouls can do something like this and set up, like, traps with their Kagane, it's gonna be bad in the future. Like, oh shit. Especially with what, you know, Nuts has been doing in this chapter. And man, it seems like Shirazu has figured out some form of weakness, or maybe something that's going on with the Kagane that's been detached from Nutcracker, because, like, is she purposely doing that, retracting and extending the Kagane? Like, he said that in his mind in inner monologue, so you can assume either A, Nuts is doing that specifically, or there's a weakness right there with whatever Nuts is doing. And that's pretty much that first part, and they're almost screwed. Like, they're pretty much fucked at the moment, because I love Cookie Girl. Psycho is amazing. She's absolutely amazing character, but at this moment, I don't think she can fight. She can't really hold her own against Nutcracker. The only person that really could possibly fight at the moment is Shirazu, and he's not even really doing much to begin with, because, look, she's a Chimera Kagane Ghoul. You're not gonna beat someone like that. Like, you know, especially with a Bikaku and Kokaku. You're not beating that shit. Especially Shirazu, with what type of Kagane he has, and what he demonstrated in this chapter. So he doesn't really stand a chance at the moment. You know, Psycho, unless she gets some magical fighting ability to where she really gets determined and starts fighting, I don't think this is going to turn around. And then you have it to where Urie, like I said, he's getting chomped down on him, and he's wanting his promotion, but in fact, he's about to get demoted. Because, I mean, when you die, you're demoted, man. You're not getting promoted. You're getting demoted. You're going demoted to the dirt. Like, that's what's going to hurt. You know, demoted into the belly of a beast. There you go. That's a proper analogy for that. So, yeah. That's the chapter of Tokyo Ghoul. Urie's almost fucked. Kaneki's about to die, or Sasaki's about to die, and change into Kaneki, white-haired Kaneki, or Centipede. And also, Pineapple remembers Akira. So yeah, tell me your thoughts. How do you feel about this chapter? How do you feel about all that went down in this chapter? Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the hype when it came to this chapter? I know I have a lot of hype for next week. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please be safe. Chibi out.